Yes, people, welcome. Welcome back to BBK Sports. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are watching from. Thank you for joining us after a wonderful weekend of Premier League football, the global football, really. Watch some La Liga as well, watch some NFL. Consumer of all the sports, but big up to every single one of you legends that is locked in. Sorry, I am late. Monday mornings be a little rough on Chief. Monday morning for Chief Chambers is usually very, very busy, and I only have a couple more left. So I'm enjoying every single one of them that I have left. So I apologize for keeping you waiting, and like Quaja, man, like Darren in the building. Big up to you, sir. Nems AFC. Tell us that you are well. Blessings from all over the world. I consider your presence here as a massive, massive blessing. I just said we have a match tomorrow to focus on Atletico Bilbao at 5. Yeah, we do. We do. But I get a lot of rival fans that come in here and and give their 2 cents and big them up every single time. So I do cover their teams as well. I'm a football man, so we get them and we criticize and we praise accordingly. 10:45 kickoff. It's a weird kickoff time, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know if this is something that UEFA is trying out or it's just going to be the way of the future with these weird games. Thursday, I think Newcastle and Barcelona don't play until Thursday. The mad one. Some changes that you were expecting, Timber. Okay, we'll get into it because I'm gonna take a look at the actual foot mob lineup to see what the foot mob lineup has predicted. I have this sneaky feeling that he might do the Moreno thing instead of Waneri. You actually might see Moreno in the lineup with Eze out left. I think that might be one of the only changes that you see, but there will be some rotation. But I do think I'd rather see Ethan still in the European game, the European stage. I'd rather see Ethan Cook. Big up to Hendo Gunner. Hendo says, big up to BBK and all watching. Hendo never forgets his manners, so big him up every single time. White hasn't been in full training yet, so I doubt he'll explain tomorrow. Yeah, I think we will see White in the Port Vale game. All right, this the depth that we brag about. We might see the depth in the Port Vale game coming up soon. You might see Kepa, Benny Blanco, Incapie's long-awaited debut, which everyone wants to see, his long-awaited debut, along with Mascara, as Gabriel will get a break, and Skelly. Skelly will get a start in the Port Vale game as well. You probably will see Ethan. Probably will see Max and one of the senior midfielders in the team as well, maybe Moreno. You probably will see Trossard Martinelli start that game as well. No Eze, no Yacarez, no Gabriel, no Raya. All the big guns will be rested for that game. So, those just off the cuff of my head, that's what I'm thinking. Big up to Nems, man. I am well, man. I am well. It's a lovely Monday morning in the Pacific Northwest. A little chilly, but it warms up pretty nice today. So please subscribe to Nems AFC if you haven't already. Says the legend that is AJ, my mod of the mods. I know AJ said he mods for like 30 plus channels, but I'm claiming AJ. I'm claiming him as my own mod, my top guy. Big him up every single time. Man, like Gianni, the Italian mob boss. What you saying to us, bro? Chi-Town's finest. Big up to you, sir. Hope you are well. Big up Dal, Hendo Guna from right down the road. We got to link up sometime, Dal. Big up to Ryan. Ryan in the building. Resident Fulham fan. What was Fulham result of the weekend? How did Fulham get along? And what did I predict for Fulham? I think Fulham had a draw, did they not? But big up to Fulham for taking points off Grimsby United a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, Fulham did a 1-0 on Leeds. Now, who scored for Fulham? Own goal. Big up to Fulham, man. Baby Arsenal. I like Fulham. Big up to Dana as well. BBK Sports First Lady. Big up to you, ma'am. Tell us that you are good. Please tell us that you are. BBK Sports. British Standard Time, 5:45 kickoff Champions League last season too. And also Champions League matches on Tuesday and Thursday this week. Yeah, I don't know. Do we like that? Or do we like the separation of Tuesday, Wednesday, the big dogs play? And because that's what when Arsenal was out of the Champions League for those 6 years and we're in the Europa League, that's all they used to tell me. Big dog, the big dogs, woof, woof. The big dogs play on Tuesday, Wednesday, and the puppies play on Thursday in the puppy Europa League. Now, Champions League nights are shifted to Thursday. I don't know how I feel about that. Organ Goon say Endo thinks telling Endo we think Liverpool will struggle in away games, but I feel we'll see, of course. Hope you are well, my friend. Yeah, man. I hope Endo is good. Please tell me that you are. So big up to the legend of a man that is Godfrey checking in from way over from the motherland in South Africa. Big up to man like Static in the building. Static, tell us that you are good, bro. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And I almost pissed it. I almost made a meal of it, people. Almost made a meal of the early entry of our beloved Easy E Ross, people. So make sure that you tune in and just relax for a bit as we acknowledge our brother E Ross.
Maybach music.
I can blow money. When I'm shopping, that ain't no money. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Whipping work. I'm so sophisticated. To get a verse from me, you gotta be initiated. I'm burning purple flowers. It's burning my chest. I bury the most cash and burning the rest. Collar on my polo. Kisses on my necklace. All my diamonds watching. Now my watch is getting jealous.
Yeah. E-Ross got the full montage this morning because it's Monday. It's Monday, so we kick off the week right after we collected our 3 points. The Maybach music god himself. Big up to the legend that is Shane Gooner. Shane, man, the amount of work that this guy is putting in these YouTube streets. Love for the love, Shane, every single time. E-Ross, the king of the chats. You know who he is. No one will ever forget who the hell E-Ross is in these YouTube streets. Yeah, for the last minute on goal. Yeah, I just looked at it. It was the Goodmanson. Is that guy from Iceland that gave him the mad one. Tuesday kickoff for me. I'm here for it. Yeah, man, I'm here for it. I am here for it. Big up to the chat every single time. Big up to Cooper in the building as well. Blessed love, Cooper. Fellow service member, the legendary combat medic retired. That is Cooper. Big up to you, man. But people, we over the weekend, overall with the fixtures, right? We hear the word stubborn being thrown around. Stubborn. Managers are stubborn. This manager is stubborn. We're going to have to start treating stubborn with the same energy that we treat respect with, right? You're going to have to earn stubbornness. Because we got like too many shit managers in this league that are being stubborn, quote unquote, and stuck in their ways when they're being shit. Certain man like a Jose Mourinho, when he came into the Premier League, when he won the Champions League with Porto, and then came with Chelsea and won the league, and then did a back-to-back on the head top of Wenger and Ferguson. He earned the right to be stubborn. He came into the Premier League with something, right? Men like Conte, who came to the Premier League and won it his first time, can be stubborn. But you got some of these young managers, these shit managers, who are being stubborn when they're losing. Like, how does that happen? How do we get here? Yeah, and I'm talking about that Fendi fraud, that Moncler merchant, that Capri Pants Pussio, who just got fist up at Manchester the other day. Big up to Wahaha, who always show his face whenever United, whenever everyone else play. But he's usually, pop in and out whenever United get fist up. Like, where the hell do these men get off talking about, bro, I will not change after you've won 8 Premier League games in 8 months? Like, how do we get here? And the thing is with Emirates, right? I don't think that he is sitting there talking about I will not change because he doesn't want to change. I think he's saying that I will not change because he doesn't know how. He does not have another coaching style. He don't know what he's doing. He cannot switch this up. Like, man thinks he is still in Portugal, where he think he can get away with doing craziness. You know what I'm saying? So you earn the stubbornness the same way you earn respect in this league. And right now, no one respects Man United, and there is no way that their manager can be stubborn when you're getting results like this. Them men are a shirt pull away, a shirt pull away from being winless. This damn Dal, big up to Dal, man, the Oregon Gooner every single time. I have to. If you suddenly became a member of the channel, it's because our legend that is Dal has gifted 10 memberships to the chat. What a legend of a man that you are. Big up to Dal every single time. Absolute. Such an honor to have you here, my bro. Big up to you every single time. Big up to Rasta Stocks in the building. I can't even keep up with the chat after I go on my United. See, Rasta Stocks is one of the men who actually have standards, actually have standards for his football club. But I don't know what's worse, right? The away fans who stand up and sing his name, or the Arsenal fans that would stand up and sing Super Mikel Arteta on Super Sunday after another failed title charge. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how we got here. How? Yeah, man. Big up. Yeah, bro. I see it. I see it. I see you. I got there late while you was about to wrap up with Vigilante, but it's all good, my brother. Big up to Chris Wells. We on the edge of glory. Where you winning on the edge. You living on the edge, my brother. So here's the thing, right? I'll touch on the Liverpool thing before, I don't think I'll spend a whole bunch of time on Man United, but Liverpool are the league leaders. They are the champs, so we will respect them as such. We will diss them when we get the opportunity. But the problem is they won't give us the opportunity because they keep winning. They keep winning. I keep hearing this thing about Burnley deserve a point. Burnley deserve a point. No, they didn't deserve shit. They deserve what they got. The same way that they deserve what they got at Manchester United. How are you pulling man's shirt right in front of the referee when you done clawed back into the game twice to give away a penalty? How are you holding your damn hand up, standing in the box, making yourself bigger when your team has fought for 90 plus minutes? I'm telling you, we used to have field justice back in the day when I played football, and man used to you would see Hannibal the next training session with a black eye, and no one knew who did it. Well, none of the coaches knew who did it. All the players knew who did it because we handled it internally, and the coach will turn his head when we fist man up. Big up Godfrey, the legend, also just gifted a membership. You just became a member. You have Godfrey to thank, so make sure you thank. And yeah, thank you, Dal, in the chat, people. Thank you, Dal, in the chat. If y'all are still locked in, but that's what it is. They don't deserve shit. They deserve what they got. Now I know most rivals were sitting on the edge of their seats and saying, oh shit, Liverpool is thinking of that. But every one of us expected Liverpool to get 3 points out of that game. I predicted Liverpool 4-0. But they don't deserve shit. However, there is narratives are important, because you can spin this either way. You can spin this in the form of this is not sustainable. They're living on the edge and they're gonna fall apart. Or you can do the silver lining thing in the cloud is we haven't clicked yet. We are not playing well and still picking up points sitting on top of the league. However you want to spin it, but both of those things can't be true. Either it's not sustainable or it is. I think it is. And this is why the more I think about our result at Anfield, the more annoyed that I get, because I know how important those 3 points would have been. Because I said this yesterday on Jordy Jets channel. If we get to end of May and Liverpool are on 90 points, 9-0, and we are on 87, some men are going to be sitting there looking like, yeah, the negative gooners, the base gooners were right. And I'm sitting there like, all that will get lost in the translation of the season because a lot's going to happen between now and then. Because Liverpool will drop points. And Arsenal Football Club will drop points between now and then. But it's however you want to spin it. There are some saying it's not sustainable. I actually think that Liverpool would be just fine. There's Versus having a hard time right now finding his feet in the Premier League, which is what I expected. That German league is completely different. They're not as rough. He was able to do what he does, run about on those German pitches, but he come to the Prem and he's having a hard time adjusting. But they're still winning. Come on, we weren't lucky. Burnley did nothing the whole game, and we had I don't think you were lucky. I'm not buying the whole sympathy thing for Burnley, talking about they deserved a point. No, they didn't deserve shit. They got what they deserved. And put your hand up at the ball. The damn Man United throwaway. The Man United tax is heavy around here, It's heavy. And the damn Chelsea throwaway, that Ugochukwu, going down to 10 men of these loose, weird tackles. Yeah, like sometimes you wonder, like you glad that these men play football, because sometimes you wonder if their brains actually work, because they do stupid shit. Amorim stubborn. I want him sacked. I think he's just one-dimensional. Or when he sits there and says, "I will not change," it sounds like he's strong and he's being defiant. The truth is, he can't change because he has no other way of coaching. Because three at the back can work in the Premier League. We've seen Antonio Conte win the league with it, ran away with the league. I think they finished with 93 points that year. And that was a coaching change after Arsenal fist up Chelsea like 3-0. He changed, and they just ran away with the league from that match week 8. So three at the back can work. We've seen Leicester win the league with three at the back. He just doesn't have any other way. He should be sacked. Now, me and Shane Gooner, right? The legendary Shane Gooner that was in the chat earlier. A couple months ago, me and him did a show, our first stream together, Shane and I, 10 reasons, the 10 times Arteta should have been sacked. And we came up with the 10 within 10 seconds. And the show could have been a 2-hour show. The amount of sackable offenses that Arteta has committed. However, Man United fans are finding themselves in a position where they can now come up with a list of sackable offenses that Amorim has committed. He should have been sacked after that final. He should have been sacked after Grimsby. He could have been sacked yesterday. He could have been sacked all the games that they have played and still not able to put back-to-back wins together. Now, he's the only manager in the history of football that I've seen without a bounce. New manager, no bounce. If you haven't won 2 Premier League games back-to-back since you took over in November? That's the literal definition of a no bounce. Burnley are not a serious club. They're a championship flat track bullies and accept mediocrity. Southampton last season caused us more issues. Yeah, Southampton did give you, man, a good game last year, didn't they? They sure did. They sure did give you a good game. Yeah, he has to go, man. He has to go. He is out of his depth, and he is knowing what it's like. When the media gets onto him, because the media, they're pressing him now. But Amorim doesn't realize that there is pressure, and then there's that pressure, because he needs to come to grips with a lot of those reporters in those press conferences are actually fans of Manchester United, and they're going to press him, because it's long when reporters are starting to press managers, football coaches with FIFA license on tactics, when they're using names and formations. And it's rich for you to sit up there as a coach and be like, I'm a coach and you're not, because I've seen Pep do that. Hey, are you coaching now? You're a reporter or you're a coach? I'm the coach, you're the reporter. You ask me about tactics, you don't tell me about tactics. But the reporters were telling him about his tactics. That's why he is rattled, to the point where he's saying in coded language, sack me. I will not change. So if you want change, you have to sack me. Big up to Dow, man, the Oregon Gooner. Sure, all the people who got those memberships greatly appreciate it, man. And I hope you are well, my bro. I hope we get relegated. No, you won't get relegated. Even though you are in relegation form. And I might be sitting here with a whole lot of egg on my face, because I've actually did a stream where I said the top 6 will reset this season, where I think the traditional top 6 that it come May will be Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham. Now the order with those where those teams fall might be a little tricky, but it looks long right now because at this minute I'm not sure if I can sit here and say to you, hey, I think Man United are definitely going to finish top six. It looks long, because he's had his preseason. He's had a new front line. Sesko looks like no, oh my god, must needed win for City against lower league Manchester United. Chris Welch is on to the United man. Then there's the link for Dal, people. Dal is an absolute legend and a gamer as well. He does do content, so make sure that you are showing him some love. And big up to Godfrey, man, the legend of a man, all the way from big up to Storm. Big up to BBK Sports and the legend in the stack. Thank you for the gifted membership. That is to you, Dal. Cheers to you, Dal. Big up to you every single time. Mr. Batter, I just entered the stream, my man like Terran going in on a legend animal's ass. Oh, Lecter. Hello, Clarice. The Hannibal Lecter trilogy is one of my favorite movies of all time, That's a story for another day. Big up to Cooper, man. I only see you all in the best places. Big up, man. Big up, man. Glad to have you. Big up to Jam Boy. Love for the love. Shout out to my bro Turkish. When I call out the top Reds, they say I'm negative and your opinions don't count because I'm an international fan. And that's what it is, right? That whole international fan thing, it loses its credibility when those home base fans travel to another stadium and sing Amarim's name after you get punched up. Those aren't the international fans. And normally your away fans are usually your diehard. Right, the 60,000 that fill up your home stadium are fantastic people and great fans, but those away fans, because you got them away man them that go to every single damn game, because Jez is Arsenal. He has the stories of how. And when I used to go to games, the away fans are the most ruthless fans. I've actually heard away fans sing to one of their own players, "I hope that you die." I hope that you die. I hope that you die. Then they said his name. I hope that you die. Ruthlessness. So when they turn on Amarim, then it's over. But it's weird when I see them clap now. Some of them stayed and clapped. To be fair to a lot of them, got up and left. But City, shit, man. City could have put six-patch United again. It could have been not a 6-3 because I don't think United had three clear-cut chances at City's goal. They had that one that Cunha hit cleanly, but Randers missed an open goal. Holland missed two sitters as well. To be honest, Ivo should be worried about that we still winning and not playing well. Yeah, I am worried about it. I'm worried about that, and I'm angered that we didn't do our business. Because I big up to G Wills. I think G Wills put in the chat yesterday, like he looked at that Liverpool team that played yesterday, and he was like, "This was the Liverpool team that Arteta was scared to attack. That Burnley almost got a point from." And yeah, the boy didn't put his damn hand up. That game ends 0-0, and then even Liverpool would still be on top of the table with 10 points, but it would be a different conversation. Big up to 25 of you all locked in. I appreciate it. Greatly appreciated. Mr. Battered getting his daps. Big up to Dana. Can't still get over the fact that Liverpool are playing like this and we didn't go for him. Jesus. Criminal. But you know what? We have to keep this narrative alive. So when it goes tits up and it goes pear-shaped, we can look back and be like, see, we told you. It wasn't toxic negativity. It was constructive criticism. Big up the Jagans. Manners and respect every single time. The people them know all the badness. Go. These games we will play we will actually drop points. You'll drop some points. You'll definitely drop some points. I don't see invincible written all over this team still, but champions performance. I was more pissed off with Hannibal doing what he did than angry. Like the shit that and the fact that they did this in their previous fixture. after they scored 2 goals and crawled back into the game at Old Trafford. Now there's a mental block now. Even if they're up 2-1, a mental block is in their head saying that they might do some stupid shit. But based off those two idiotic performances or idiotic moments from those two players, Burnley have no one to blame when they get relegated. Because if they get relegated by 1 or 2 points, they can look back to those 2 games and be like, hey, you put your hand up and you grab man's shirt. You put your hand up, you grab man's shirt right in front of the referee, and you gave the referee no damn choice. Definitely good to have football back. Mistakes, yep, facts. Send them down. Boil them in oil. Boil them in oil. Big up to the chat still. So the chat got their community dappings going on. Yeah, make a stream of it. Brother, you got to do it, man. So many times you should have been sacked. Please hit the like if you haven't already, people. I think we're at 20. Got 31 locked in. Can we get to 30 likes, people? Would be absolutely awesome. If United lose to Chelsea next week, then Amarim will be sacked. I wonder if Nuno will be offered the role. It's at Old Trafford, isn't it? It is. The game is at Old Trafford, and Chelsea haven't won at Old Trafford in a long time. Big up the assembled. Glad you were with us now. Big up to Gavin as well. Yeah, if they lose to Chelsea, it could be long. Without they might beat Chelsea. Chelsea just don't win there, And Chelsea, this is Chelsea's first game outside of London. Chelsea have played 4 games. They haven't left London. This is their first time they will actually have to travel. And Chelsea face Bayern Munich. Is it tomorrow or Wednesday? And I think Chelsea will get fisted up by Bayern. I really do. So Chelsea might respond. Because here's the thing. I predicted 4-1 Man City. 4-1. Like a 3 clear goal margin for the Manchester Derby. On the strength of, I believe there was going to be a response from one team. Right? I believe that had Manchester United drawn to Burnley before the international break, it would have been different. But because they won, there wasn't a letdown there. They actually won the game. But Manchester City losing to Tottenham, losing to Brighton after going ahead in the game to Brighton 1-0, and then losing at the there was going to be a response from City. And you give them an opportunity to respond in the Manchester Derby. So said, so done. These guys aren't far off winning 4 premierships in a row, so they have championship DNA. Mr. Batter said, we rode our luck for sure, but it was a good kick up the backside for a lot of our players. I was happy Slot hooked Kirkes and gave him a bollocking. He needed a humbling, that kid. Yeah, so a lot of Liverpool fans were clamoring for Kirkes because he did perform well last year at Bournemouth. But, we see in a case of the shirt can be heavy. Yeah? And I don't think he starts the next game. Because what that showed is that Arne Slot didn't trust him not to get another yellow. And once you lose the manager's trust, it's very difficult to get it back. So he's going to have to earn that trust back. So Slot may even start him in the Champions League game during the week to show him that, hey, I'm not punishing you, without merit. So I'll start you in this Champions League game. But in the next Premier League game, you sit until you learn. But he's going to have to earn that trust back. Southgate to United. So I seen a poll today. I don't remember where I seen it, but it was 4 names on there. It was Glasner, Southgate, Iraola, and another name. Southgate was actually leading the poll. He said, I missed the 90s, 2000. I don't. That man used to beat the shit out of us. I miss 90s football. No doubt. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Football was different back then. But big up to Sheldon says, since when City become tradition? Traditional 3 points for City against United. Just catching up, man. Oh yeah, the Honorable Lecter trilogy. Yeah, man. Because they made it out of order, because the Red Dragon was the first one, but he was made like last. Red Dragon when he gets caught, Silence of the Lamb when he escapes, and then Hannibal when he is on the run from Clarice when they had to change Julian Foster to Julian Moore because Jodie Foster then got old by the time they decided to complete the trilogy. Then I said, would you do anything different for the lineup tomorrow, keeping in mind we have Man City at the weekend? No. No, I don't believe it. So that's the thing. Champions League, you play your strongest team in it. Even in the old format with the home and away. You play your strong team. If this was Europa, you can do the whole rotation thing. But we play on Tuesday and we play Man City at the weekend. So that's enough rest. Tuesday, Saturday is a thing that these players should be used to. So tomorrow I would start. Let's have a look at it right now. Let's look at I had it up earlier, the lineup. But I would start obviously Raya. I would start Timber, Gabriel, Mosquera. Calafiori hasn't done anything to be dropped. I would start him. I would bring Deckers back in. I would bring Waneri in for Odegaard, and the front three stays the same. And I think that team wins. And if that team is winning comfortably, I bring in Skelly for Calafiori. I take Gabriel out and I bring in Hinkapai. And I might even rotate Eze as well. But the predicted lineup from FootMob has White, Mosquera, Gabriel, Skelly. And FootMob they've been 98% accurate this season. Midfield, they have Waneri, Zubamendi, Rice, and Madueke Gyökeres Eze. I think that wins. I think that gets the 3 points at Bilbao. I don't. Ben White's been training. Timber's been running the red line. I know there were a lot of people who are actually worried about Timber picking up an injury, so I'm okay with White starting a European game versus starting him versus Man City. Because if he gets some good minutes in his legs during the week, you can 78 minutes, 80 minutes. If Timber is really running the red line and putting in some serious up and down the flank runs, you can relieve him and bring in Benny Blanco. Show off that depth that we speak of. Big up to Gavin. Silence of the fan. Hey, Jam Boy. You and Dr. Seymour Butts, are you man English majors? Do you major in like English literature? You man's word players are next level, It's to be fair, Liverpool forums I'm on, there's honest introspection on the game so far. It's not all celebrations. What most of us love is Slot himself is honest and doesn't sugarcoat. Yeah, big facts. Arne Slot, he does, because he's won the Premier League. He gets to, say certain things, and it's he has credibility, with the fans, with the media, with other coaches, and with rival fans as well, because I respect him highly to do what he did. But yeah, Liverpool fans seem to know what time it is. Big up Storm again says, it only shows how bad City's been at this minute. I think we can roll them over and tickle their bellies when we meet them if Arteta let the boys play. Yeah, I'm not shitting my pants over City coming to the Emirates. However, I'm actually one of the reasons why I wanted them to beat Manchester United. I did not want City to come to the Emirates off 3 losses in a row. I think that would have been bad for us. Right, a wounded animal is dangerous, and City losing 3 games in a row coming to the Emirates, I didn't want their response performance to be against us. Now the other side of that coin is, they're in form now, and no, it's Man United. It's Man United, and it's a dig at Man United. It is. I will hold no punches against them. Big up to Wahaha and Rasta Stocks every time, because they actually have standards. But here's the thing: Arsenal Football Club have 2 bad performances this season. 2. Right? We had a bad performance against the champions. In Liverpool, we lost the game. We had a bad performance against Manchester United, and we won. So that's the thing. You can have a bad performance against a top team. You lose. But you can go to Old Trafford and do a shit performance and still leave with 3 points because Manchester United are just not at the levels right now. Just not at it. The Assembled is joining us. Big him up every single time. Big up to Normski. Hope you are well, sir. Just trying to catch up on the chat here because the chat's been on smoke today. United will turn up for that game just so the Op fans get to see Amorim at the wheel a little longer. Now, it's not beyond the realm of possibility to think that Manchester United will beat Chelsea. I don't have a prediction yet because I haven't really looked at analytics and who's going to play and based on Champions League performance for Chelsea and the lineups and matchups and all that. But I don't think Chelsea goes there and comfortably leave with 3 points. No, I don't. As bad as Man United are, because I think Chelsea has some issues that they have to work out as well. City were still shit. It's just that we played coward ball. You think so? I don't think you were played cowardly because you actually had more possession of the ball than City. I think United had 55% possession to 45. The thing is that when City got the ball, you were wide open because you only had 2 people in midfield in Ugarte. I don't think you were cowardly at all. So I respectfully disagree. I just think City were clinical. Sesko did a little pass, a little tame pass to Donnarumma that he tipped to himself, made it look like it was a big chance, but it really wasn't. And Buemo had that one shot. But I don't think United were cowardly. There was a point in the game in the second half specifically where Erling Haaland was playing center back. I don't think he would have to do that if United was playing cowardly. United actually tried. It just didn't happen for you because that midfield was just Jeremy Doku was able to have his way with that midfield. Now I do hope City come to the Emirates and play Bernardo Silva on the wing because Bernardo Silva was slowing down their attacks every single time. Phil Foden would spray the ball out wide to Silva, and then Dorgu would just take his lunch. I think Bernardo Silva is done in the middle. So you put him out wide and make him have to do all that running. Yeah, it wasn't a good look for him. We will win the Atletico. Yeah, I think we will. I think we turn him over. We beat him 3-0 at the Emirates preseason. I don't think they showed their hand, but this is the same Athletic club that Manchester United beat to go to the Europa League final, isn't it? Yeah, they're not great. Amorim was priced at 22-1 earlier this week to be the first manager to leave. Yeah, that's been slashed to 13, placing him third in the market. West Ham Graham Potter being 11. Okay. Where did they have Nuno? Because was Nuno the highest, or was Nuno behind Amorim? Because one of the streams that I made last year at season's end was which manager was going to be sacked first of all the 3 A's, Ange, Amorim, or Arteta. And Ange was the only one to go. I told man them Pool signed 2 dead fullbacks. They think I'm joking. Hey, Frimpong came in and got a makeshift assist of Hannibal. Handball. But yeah, I definitely think Robo starts the next game. I don't think Kirkhead starts the next game because once Robinson came on, he almost scored within 2 minutes. Like he is saying, yo, you forgot about me. Well, I don't understand the starting lineup and the subs from Amorim. Yeah, you're down 2-0. You're trying to get back in the game, and he brings on Maguire. Yeah, those are the sackable offenses that Rasta Stocks is going to talk about in this video when he does make one. Yeah, those videos, those are sackable moves, man. Ridiculous. I'm done with this shit manager. He's cooking up shit, and when we don't like it, he just says he'll keep cooking shit. Yeah. You don't get to do that, Ruben. You don't get to sit there and say, I will not change. No. Not when you've won 8 Premier League games in 8 months. Not when you're 8 of 30 or 31 or however many. Not enough. Like, it's clearly not working. It's just, his stubbornness is out of control now. It's just way too many sackable offenses that he's racking up in a very short period of time. I'm hearing that this is Manchester United worst start since. Just, I don't. United should go 4-4-2 with Mbuemo and Sesko. I could see that. I could see that. Oh, the rivalry. Yeah. The rivalry was calm. The rivalry was calm between 98 and 2004. Between 05 on, we got the short end of just, well, we beat them to the 05 FA Cup. But yeah, from then on, it kind of became lopsided, didn't it? And became even more lopsided when they rode us and took Van Persie and walked the league. This fucker literally thinks he's switching Euro with Maguire will help us out. It's still the same formation with people that play badly, and it's supposed to change anything. Yeah, he is. I think he's begging for the sack. You know, he's on this. I don't want a severance, nah, brother. That's bullshit. Like you walk away from millions of dollars. For that millions of dollars, you can't go home to your wife. Yeah, she'll slap the shit out of you for being stupid. Like, motherfucker, we got children, so make them sack you. You not walk away for nothing. They're gold, and that's why the reporters love him because he gives great sound bites. You know, Arteta will give you one or two words and some generic political answer. Ruben actually leans into his answers and he speaks and speaks. Remember after Grimsby, the players spoke loudly. The players. Brother, if the players don't understand your system by now, your system is wrong. How are you complicating football to the point where your players don't understand your system and you've only can muster up 8 wins out of 30? And how do you play 5 defenders and still concede 5 goals and should have been 6? If you're going to play 3 at the back and 2 defensive wing backs, you should be hard to beat. Like, I don't know how Reinders missed that open goal. You know, where were the defenders? Where was world-class Luke Shaw? It's mad. All it did was change that Haaland. All it did change was that Haaland didn't have to stretch his legs for the 3rd goal. Yeah, you missed it. I'm gonna put it in the timestamp. I usually timestamp when Eros enters the chat, just for those on the watch back can go acknowledge our bro. And then he gives up after the 3rd goal. What a pathetic manager. Yeah, he's out of his day. I think he's begging for the sack. He's begging for the sack with his lineups, with his substitutions, with his tactics, and he furthers it. He further begs for the sack in the interviews, in the press conference. You know what I'm saying? So, like up the video, people. Big up to Jason Guna every single time. Every single time. Where we at? Appreciate your patience, people. Oh, it's Jason Guna birthday. Rah! Big up Virgo. Big up Mr. Virgo, the Virgo gang. You're September. I'm a September baby myself. But big up to you, brother. Manners and respect every single time. Cooper said, I hope we get Ben White healthy. Yeah, he needs to get healthy. But, we have enough depth, they say. There is no need to rush players back. Right? And that's the case. We see Mosquera deputized at right back. So if he's not fit, you play Mosquera at right back and you play in Capier with Gabriel. I don't give a damn about left-footed this and that. You play him. He's the center back. He's a defender. Don't be moving the damn lineup around. People getting on Shaw case again, but Bruno is absolute worse. Yeah, Bruno is Bruno, isn't it? I've never seen a captain split opinion that much. As much as Odegaard split opinion, most of the Arsenal fan base love Odegaard. There's a very few of us that be like, yo, bro, your performances haven't really warranted you starting. Your performances really haven't warranted you being rushed back. Like, what are we rushing Odegaard back for? What's he giving us? Seriously. If anything, I'm going to double down and triple down on my idea that Arteta should use this opportunity to just let that armband stay with Declan Rice or stay with Gabriel. Just let him keep it. He's already wearing the armband and we play better without him. So you just ease him back into the team whenever he gets back. And as long as Declan Rice or Gabriel is on the pitch, they keep the armband. No one is going to still think of this. No one. We're on 28 likes. Yeah, man, big up to the chat, man. Can we get we got 31 watching? If we can get to 30, that'll be 10 above the average. Big up to Jason Guna. Jason, his 21st birthday. He can buy a drink now. You know, he can whip out the ID card, that driver's license, and legally consume alcohol. Yes, I big up to Jason doing that, man. Every single time. Make sure we are subbing to Jason and show Jason some love. The one in November. So Jam Boy, you a Valentine's Day baby, innit? You know they say Valentine's Day is the reason why so many people are born in November. Yeah, Jason getting his love, man. Jason getting his flowers. What a community, man. Big up. Big up to Noel Klein. Welcome to you, Noel. I think this is a new name. Welcome you around these parts. I'm glad the algorithm found you. Appreciate you letting us know what you think. He says, I think BBK, it was a good in the game management from Slat to take Kirkers off, not taking any risk of him getting a red card. Yeah. He made a conscious decision. Like, I don't trust this player. And I know how critical these points can be. So let me take him off. Because he was out there being a rash. And it reminded me of Skelly in the PSV game last year. Man was just flying into tackles and he had to get taken off. You know, sometimes you have to protect players from themselves. It seems like he's trying to prove that he belongs at Liverpool. But, you know, you make a mistake at Bournemouth week in, week out, no one cares, innit? We've seen this even at Man United. We've seen players play for smaller clubs. They go to Man United, then they get exposed because everyone is watching you now. And you make a mistake and you turn into an Instagram reel. You get turned into a meme. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Slot, he won the game. So, you know, he was vindicated in the end. Yeah, just big up to Storm. See, Jason, listen, the BBK community is real, you know. You come over here, you get love and you get the stubs, my brother. Yeah, big up, man. So big up to my like Jagans in the building and all the fans of and subscribers of Jason Gooner who have, you know, supported BBK Sports as well. But manners and respect every single time. Big up to AJ. Says, I really don't believe we win against City because I fully believe he will use the Liverpool tactics against City. Yeah, if he does that, then we lose. We lose. But there is no, I was about to say no way Eze doesn't start that game. But Eze is playing in the left wing right now. If he puts Eze on the bench for Martinelli's defense, I'm going to shit. I'm going to go off. And it's as simple as that for me. We start Eze, we win the game. Like I said on Shane Gooner's channel, on Rashid, on DJB, we pick you pick the right lineup and go sit the hell down, and we win the game. You picked a good lineup and went and sat the hell down, and we won the game. What annoys me is that we pick a stronger team at home against Forest than we did away at Anfield. How does that make sense? How does that make any sense? You know? I read that one already. Big up. Baha said, no, we were cowardly. We never went at them properly. And I think you did in that second half. I really do. The first 10, 15 minutes of the second half, City couldn't get out their half. Had Erling Haaland doing clearances. I think that was a good spell of play from you. I do. But big up to the chat still. I'm just trying to keep up with the comments. I'm just going to skip a couple of the birthday shout outs because, you know, we big up Jason Guna still. I'm so glad we didn't get Sesko. So I actually had to call out a couple of guys. Big up to Gunner Street, but I had to call him out yesterday because when we were linked to Sesko, he's one of the men who actually make videos and analytic videos like KP on players. And because we were linked to Sesko, now Sesko is the greatest thing. And he made a video on Sesko with Sesko highlight reels from Germany and how great Sesko is going to be and this and that. And I'm like, bro, no, Gyökeres is the striker we need. So I messaged him yesterday and I was like, bro, what are your thoughts now between Sesko and Gyökeres? And of course, the easy out is United is a graveyard and he would have banged at Arsenal, but nah, I don't see it. What I love about Gyökeres, when he gets the ball, he has one thing in mind. Where is the goal? He almost knocked the damn post out the ground at the Emirates when he gave that 1-2. He picked up the ball, ran with it, gave it to Madueke, ran into the box. Madueke 1-2s it to him, and he almost knocks the goal over. If that ball was a fraction of an inch to the left, he is charged with murder because he would have killed Sells. He would have knocked him out. He would have been concussed. He would have been hit with an attempted murder charge. That's what I like about Gyökeres. He is, where is the goal? That's where I'm going. The hell with all this link up shit. The Assemble said United need a couple of wins in a row and confidence should be back. Unfortunately for United, no one knows when that will be. Yeah, like there's that dude on TikTok that's what he said 5 games in a row. He's not cutting his hair, brother. Just mail it in. It's not happening. If he hasn't had back-to-back wins since November, 5 games in a row, you might have. To, well, I was I was about to say you might have to change that to all comps, but you're not in all comps. You're only in one comp. We don't enter the Premier League teams enter the FA Cup in the third round. Yeah, 5 at the back, sit back, letting them be comfortable enough to let Doku roam in the midfield. Disgusting, and that asshole Bruno dares to shout at his teammates after letting Foden get a free header. But you know what? I'm not even going to put that down to Bruno because he's putting Bruno in a position where he's required to have defensive awareness. Bruno's never had that. Bruno has never had any kind of defensive awareness whatsoever, and that's never been his style. Yeah, Bruno was 2-1 to be sacked last week. Okay, not very. That's very high odds, but that was other than the football, isn't it? That you fall out with the manager, and then yeah, back to back. He has to be the only manager in the history of football without a bounce, a new manager bounce. So yeah, like Yucker, Yuckerez knew something we didn't. He knew something about Amarim, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not playing for that dude in the Premier League." Maybe Gyökeres is thinking, "Nah, most of those goals that I scored for Sporting Lisbon, it's because one, it's a different league, and I did most of they were DIY goals, do-it-yourself goals, you know." But he knows, okay, you go to Arsenal, you're gonna have chances created for you. No chances was created for Sesko yesterday. Sesko ain't the problem. He's done good, barely lost the ball, but all our crosses went away from him. Storm said at the Istanbul, I was terrified that we would get him. I prayed to the football gods for Gyökeres, and my prayers are answered. Yeah, we know our manager wanted him. Amarim should go, must go. Yeah, I will not change. You don't get to say that. You don't get to say any of that stuff, my brother. Sheldon said we waited a whole season for United to click. It was Halloween. They tricked us. They tricked us to trick us. Oh my days. Top comment. Big up Sheldon, man. Yeah, kickoff time tomorrow. Champions League football is back. Haha said they just can't cross the ball. Maybe the problem is he wasted less chances with Gyökeres. R9 is the 22nd of September. Mine is the 23rd. So, hey, right on the line. A lot of times when I read some astronomy books, it says I'm a Virgo. Some say I'm a Libra. I don't know which side I fall on, but whichever one I read that day, if it's a good thing, I roll with it. Mascara, he's so good. Yeah, he was class. He was given a tall order to step in at Anfield, and he made a good account of himself. And he was back there. He was calm. He's made us not miss the Libra. And damn, we're a long way from shitting our pants whenever Saliba or Gabriel pulled up. I believe 70% of strikers at any level would miss the Reinders chance, in my opinion. And when he put wide, I was looking for the net to bulge so I could get my 4. United switched to a back 4. Their teams look way different, but that stubborn mule ain't never going to do that. Yeah, Man is realizing that the Premier League is what they said it would be. Like when someone tells you about something over and over and over again, and you're like, "Nah, man, that's just Premier League hype," or that's the hype. Over here in the United States, a couple of years ago, like 2018 and 19, when Popeyes made a chicken sandwich and people were lined up and people were fighting over a damn chicken sandwich. Everyone wants to see what they were hype about. Amarim's hearing about the hype of the Premier League, I'm going to go there and I'm going to play my system. I'm going to prove everyone right, everyone wrong, that I'm right, that I can play my system. And he's doubling down and tripling down. But now what you got is Manchester United won 15th again on negative goal difference. Like, something has to change, and it has to be you. Odegaard shouldn't play until December when Santa Claus can give him the ability to shoot the ball again. Say that shit again, Steele. Storm Steel. Say it again for the people in the back. I don't want to see Odegaard nowhere near the pitch. I was angry he played at Anfield. I was angry he was in the squad. I don't know why he was being rushed back. Man was being rushed back to do what? And how do you fall on the damn shoulder that you know is injured? You can't contort your body to roll. You know, you can't break your fall. You're just gonna fall on the damn shoulder that you supposedly injured and to re-injure it. Yeah, man, get him out the damn. Take your time, bro. And no international duty. You stay. Him being shit or not, he didn't play bad for whatever little ball he saw. I think United fans are going to be disappointed in Sesko, just like they were disappointed in Hoyland. Them said Manchester is blue now. Yeah, pick the damn lineup and go sit down, man. You know, you shouldn't have to dictate every pass to beat a Forest team. You know, Zubi goal was cold still. Great assist from Chris Wood, by the way. that assist from Chris Wood was underrated. Imagine if Zubimendi had actually hit the second one that he got into the top bids as well. You know, that's a mad one. Predictions for tomorrow. Dana, I am going for the Arsenal game. I am going 2-0. 2-0 to the Arsenal. It's 2-0. You know, I got some other predictions in here that I was going to go over, but I probably won't. You know, I got Zubi, Juve, Dortmund, Marseille, Real. I got Tottenham drawing with Villarreal. I got Bayern beating Chelsea. Mr. Battered. Close your eyes real quick. Mr. Battered. I got you drawing with Atletico Madrid. I got PSG fisting up Atalanta. I got City squeaking by Napoli. And I got Barcelona destroying Newcastle. But yeah, Arsenal 2-0, comfortable win away at Athletic Club. That's what I'm rolling with, Dana. Let me know what you pick or what you think about your predictions. I mean, big up. Different season, same United. Grimsby. Couldn't beat Grimsby. 30 likes. Yes, thank you, people. You're far too kind. You are far too kind. Gyökeres has that killer instinct that we need since we lost Alba. Yeah. Where the goal at? That's where I'm going. The hell with all this other stuff. Again, everyone noticed the difference between when Yeri took over. Speak on it, Cooper. He wasn't great yesterday, but we play so much faster with Wanyeri. Man gets the ball, one direction. That's where I'm going. Good things happen that way. Not going that way. Yeah? Not going that way. I'm going straight towards the goal. Big up to Normski. Normski BBK, you too wicked, man. Yeah, those are my predictions, you know. And what is this? What is this? Hey, what is this? What is this, Bilbao? One now. Think we go there and turn them over. Maybe Aaron needs a lucky break like Arteta to get his. Hey, well, you are nasty work, you know. You are nasty work, my bro. He broke his fall right on his shoulder, which annoys me, E-Ross, because you're talking to someone. Okay, I jump out of airplanes, right? The parachute itself weighs about 100 damn pounds. Then I have a rifle. I have a rucksack with all my gear for the follow-on mission. I have a reserve parachute, all this. And when you get close to the ground, the wind picks you up and drag you with the parachute. And I'm able to break I did that 112 times and did not break shit. Did not break shit. This is what it looks like. This is the amount of equipment that I jump with. That's the Alice pack. That's the reserve. And the parachute is on my back. Didn't even put the rifles are on my left side. I'm able to jump with that shit. Sometimes we jump at night. I got 112 jumps on my jump log. 40 of those are nighttime. You can't see shit. And I'm able to walk away from every single one. And you got cleats on a carpet, on perfectly manicured grass. And you fall on the damn shoulder. How clumsy can you be, man? Like, brother, just say you don't want to play, man. Just say you don't want to play ball, you know? But it was frustrating, man. E-Raw say 2-1 to the Arsenal. Too soft. Go to the airport and go. 2-1 to the Arsenal for E-Raw. Cooper said, yes, Cooper, that's my prediction, man. That's my prediction. Big up to you, Cooper. You're too kind, my brother. Jamboy say 2-0 as well. So, yeah, I'd be disappointed if we concede. The way United are playing at the moment, you have to get a team of captains. Sorry, too easy. Shout out to Grimsby. 3-1 to the Arsenal. I'll roll with that. 2 clear goals. I got us drawing at Atletico as well until Friday. I heard 3 to 4 injuries in their game yesterday. Plus, we're playing at home, so I switched my prediction to a 2-0 Liverpool. Okay, I got it. Gotcha. You know, that damn, it would have been nice to see Klopp and Simeone go at it again. Them two had history. United is shit at defending, all wasting possessions. Horrible player when he's not on his day. Yeah, and then he complains about the ref bangs and thing. Yeah, Emery doesn't know if he's coming or going at this point. You know, I know Emery's just like, yeah. I think they're winless, and are they the only team that haven't scored a goal yet? Aston Villa, yep. Winless, they've drawn 2, have not scored a goal. Man, it's long over there. Talk and roll, man. Come on, you're a professional athlete. Is he the only athlete without athleticism? All right, Peter, Ricky Hatton. You got at least 150 pounds on you, on wheel clubs in the air, and right out. And it's not the most comfortable equipment because the rifle is in your side. You have to keep that close to you. So, you know, it's in the case, but you have to keep it close to you. And you land on the side that the rifle is not on because you can't roll under. You don't want to damage your rifle because then you just walk and duck. Right? So even if the wind is blowing you the wrong direction, you still have to land on the side where you don't have the rifle. With the ruck, with the heavy-ass parachute. And sometimes the drop zone got rocks, big-ass rocks, dirt, compact dirt. You're jumping in the wintertime, the ground is frozen, and you're on a perfectly manicured carpet. And you're just going to bloop and just land on your shoulder. Like, come on, man. When I saw that, I'm like, yo, what is man doing? Carrying all that and look like soccer in all those seasons. Yeah, man, 112 jumps, man. Man just sucked. Man just clumsy, man. 3-0, yeah. I'm going with a conservative 2, but I'll take that. Yeah, 120. Yep. With all that kit. Well, some of them are Hollywood. Some of them we don't have all, but when it's an actual training mission, and actually have a combat jump too in Afghanistan, you know. But yep, most of them with all that stuff, with the wind going every other direction, man goes up, you know, in shorts and t-shirt and land on his damn shoulder. Like, come on, Martin, fix yourself. Big up to G Money, aka Gary. Don't waste the trip. Life's a journey. Big him up every single time. Slot as Simeone got history from his Feyenoord days. Simeone has shoving match from Slot. All right, okay. Simeone is a mobster, you know. Simeone is a mobster turned football coach. The way man is in his black suit out there ready to fight everybody, you know, it's a mad one. But yeah, but before I get out of here, people, I want to talk about the apology merchants. Every stream that I've been on since Nani's been starting for us, man has been putting in super chats. The host of the show has been coming on. Apologies to Nani Madueke. I'm like, what are we doing? Yeah, you said you didn't want him. I didn't. I'm not going to shy away from that. I didn't end this season going into this season, but like, what's going to bridge the gap between us and Liverpool is Nani Madueke. But what they do is they conveniently leave off the part where I said, all through the summer, on August 17th, when Nani Madueke walks out on the pitch, I hope he put Dallo on his ass and slap one in the tap base. Oh, no, you can't do that. You need to apologize to him. Shut the fuck up. Shut the hell up with that. Because what happens is, every April, every May, when the season goes tits up, none of you men come over here and apologize, because we don't ask for no damn apologies, because we're all disappointed. But we get so wrapped up in these moments that men are demanding an apology for a player that I support that is at the club now. Stop with the, you need to apologize to. No. Nani Madueke is an Arsenal player, so we're all going to support him while he's wearing the shirt. But this, oh, you need to apologize. Hey, come on, people. Stop it. Catch. Talking to you, Catch. From the Catch Up. And all of you, man, there. I don't want to hear it. You know, he's an Arsenal player. So the man is trying to catch you out with apologies and this and that. Okay, last May, when we didn't win shit, none of them top gooners came over here and be like, hey, man, you man were right and we're wrong. And we don't, that's the difference, you know. Because it's not an agenda. It's a standard. So when you're running an agenda, that's when you ask for apologies. We're not running any agendas over here. It's, hey, the team is playing well, cool. But the whole apologies thing, come on, man, dead that. Kill that noise. The catch-up stream was paid to us. Views and you were so annoyed. He interrupted the whole time. But, you know, that's their platform, isn't it? And they're flying high right now. They get, you know, they have a pretty big following from Never a Foul that follows over there. So, you know, the chat would be 200-300 people. So they're doing well, and big up to them every single time. But the standard is the standard, and standard travels. I don't have to change my standard or what I'm saying based on what stream that I'm on, because the energy is consistent. I never wanted him. No, I thought there were better left wingers we could go after. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. And the thing is, part of it was that man was trying to convince us that he was a left winger. No, he wasn't. He's a right winger. A right winger is one of our strongest positions because we have one of the best right wingers in the world. He's just injured right now. I still don't want him. It's a long season. Facts. And this thing, I like this comment right here because I remember vividly last year he scored a hat trick in August against Wolves. They beat Wolves 6-1, I think. Chelsea did. And he scored a hat trick in that game. And he finished the season with 7 Premier League goals. So in 8 months of football, he mustered up 4 goals. I'm just throwing those numbers out based on what I was using for my argument last year. This year, I hope he scores 15 Premier League goals. He's an Arsenal player. But that was the evidence I was looking at the time. So don't pretend like us not wanting another player from Chelsea wasn't coming from a place of valid concern. That's what I don't like when they do that. Yeah. Concentrate. Big up, Catch. Yeah, big him up every single time. It's just they plant these grenades that they think is going to explode, like they're trying to catch you out, pun intended. But you can't get caught out when you know your truth. You know, you're playing well. Long may it continue. Facts. And I even have a clip. I had to play for, man. Where I said, do I have it here still? I have to say, bro, I hope that he makes him Madueke. You better rise, brother. You better rise. And cook this, brother, and put a couple of cutbacks on a platter for the striker. Because I want Madueke, like, brother, Madueke needs to make Saka uncomfortable coming back into the squad. He's about to have a run of games.
I highly doubt that's going to happen. But at the same time, I do believe Madueke can be effective.
I said that. I said, rise, Nani, rise. And I want you to make Saka uncomfortable coming back into the squad. Because if that happens, then he would have banged. If Saka's sitting on the sideline like, damn, Madueke is cooking over there, that means Madueke is playing well. And if Madueke is playing well, that means Gyökeres is scoring goals. That's what I want. But these men are acting like I just have an agenda against Nani out of nowhere. Chelsea fans saying Madueke played the same way for them, but no end product. Yeah, that's facts. But, you know, get past your man, give it to Gyökeres. He has all the end product. You know, so let him cook. Let him cook. And though he started well on the right and started to flop on the right, at Chelsea switched him to the left, and he was worse. Yeah, he was terrible on the left. No way, man. I was not in favor of Madueke. He's done. He's basic rap, but he has not impressed me. He's a bench player. We overpaid Chelsea for. I stand on business. He's part of our team. Yeah. Long may it continue. He's playing well at the moment. So you cook and you cook. Love and respect to you all. Bless. And that's a perfect comment for me to end it right there, people. I want to thank man like Dal for gifting all the memberships earlier. I want to thank Godfrey, also gifted a membership for every one of you who hit the like button, every one of you who watched, every one of you who subscribed to the channel. If you haven't already, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's greatly appreciated, and it does help. Facts. If he can supply the ball and we get the goals, big him up every single time. That's it. That's what we need. That is it. But this man is trying to get you caught out with this apology merchants thing. They need to stop it, man. Madueke was hustling well on Saturday. It was hustling well on Saturday against this of sorts before us. When will he do the same against City and Newcastle? Proof is in the pudding. Yeah, and long may it continue, like the Unapologetic podcast said. On a bigger task ahead at the weekend. So people, love for the love, in the famous words of Turkish. Yeah, got to do some physical therapy today again, and this week I'll know if I get out this damn brace or not. But people, like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone. Big up to Dana.